we go. It should have tweeted, did it not tweet? I told it to send a tweet. Nobody knows I'm here. I'll just play Tetris. I'll just get going. I hope it's working. Let's see if it's working. Okay, well, my phone says I'm on, so let's go. Awful moves to start this off. See, now this is the true test, because I'm going to be too worried about if maybe someone's watching. Maybe someone's watching and they're having a horrible time because I'm doing really badly, because I'm too busy thinking about whether or not someone's watching. How do people do this? Twitter tweets at some point. Would be nice. Oh shit. Are we allowed to swear on here? Does anyone know? I'm doing really badly. This is awful. What a horrible start. So the real challenge is that you have to do it so fast. I have to clear this 3 times in 5 minutes to go to the next level. Which is just very difficult. It took me several months to get to level 10. And I'm quite proud of having gotten to level 10. But I feel like to someone who doesn't also play this version of Tetris, it might not mean very much. And not many people play this version of Tetris. If you are here, it says there's someone here, don't know who you are. Tell me how the audio is, can you hear me? I did a couple tests and it seemed okay. I don't have a good microphone, I need to get a microphone. This is just the one that's in the computer, which is quite a distance over there actually. It's not worth continuing at this point. I just don't have enough time left. Really, I want to finish the first round with 3 minutes 30 on the clock. I just want to finish it for completion's sake.
Congratulations!
Congratulations. It's so passive aggressive. I don't know why I continued. There's no point. I don't have enough time left. I do think this has the best soundtrack out of all of the Tetris games, though. Really. This particular track always makes me feel like I'm in like some kind of car designer in like a early 2000s racing game. I hope that makes sense. And honestly, mostly I'm just playing on stream because I really want a record if I do beat this. I would love it to have to be recorded. And also like, yeah, nobody likes this game and I really want other people to play this game. At the moment I have the world record just by default because nobody else has bothered to try and beat me. And as you can see by the absolute mess that I just made right there, it would probably be quite easy for someone who's good at Tetris to beat me. Horrid choices all around. And I don't have time left. That's the thing. There we go. That's how brutal it is. Whoever the one person is that's just sitting there watching and not saying anything, I hope you're having a good time. I hope you either really love Tetris or you like, I don't know, maybe you really hate Tetris and you want to support a version of Tetris that the majority of the Tetris community hates, because that's what this is. I've tried to bring this up in so many of the like Tetris Discord groups or whatever. They hate it. They absolutely hate it in here. I also don't know how anyone does any kind of admin while they're like streaming. Because I always see people who just like super speedily will tweet about stuff or whatever. It doesn't even look bad, but I feel like if I stop playing the game, it'll like I also feel like if I stop talking, it'll be a problem. Is that wrong? Is it just how this works? You kind of gotta be comfortable just like talking to yourself in your room. You can make money off this. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, and see, I looked away for like a minute, and then here we are. In a moment, I'll just check and see if it did tweet, and if not, I'll tweet it. And then I'll do a really focused that at the last second, I would have just won.
Congratulations!
Let's see. So I shall tweet. And now people know I'm here. I think the menu music is amazing. It's really, it's really something. Maybe I'll just do a little quick marathon. This is where you just do each level in increasing difficulty until you top out, basically. Last time I did this I got to level 15 and had a bad time at level 15.
Good one!
Level 2, simple. I think the fastest I've done that is like 9 seconds or something, which
Quick time!
is honestly pretty cool. Awkward pieces for this level. Awkward pieces. Oh, no, that's okay. I'll just shove you in there, you down there, and then you in there.
Impressive!
Oh, hello.
That was fast!
I love that it talks to you. Impressive. Makes me feel very good. I think a lot of the Tetris games have voices, don't they? I usually find them very creepy. Or they're like weirdly robotic. And it's not very comforting or fun. I really like the guys in this game. I don't know if I'm just biased because, as I have said many a time, this is my favourite version of this game. All-time fave. Oh no, there's a gap over there, you can see. Damn. That was safe placing that square. Wrong I was.
Congratulations!
To be here so I can explain how this version of Tetris is different to other versions of Tetris. It's quite obvious that there's something else going on here. I think it's just really special. I honestly, look, if you know me in real life, you know I also never shut up about this version of Tetris. So why would it be any different when I was playing this version of Tetris on the internet? So slow, but also big dummy move. I think you can just kind of dance them around a little bit and mess it up. See, that's like a new Tetris thing. This is the problem. So this version of Tetris does not fit in the guideline. The Tetris guideline established in about 2005 for all new Tetris games. This was made in 1999, I think. So it has some elements, but also it doesn't have, a lot of it doesn't have. Like, it doesn't have standardized colours for the pieces. It doesn't have a hold or a hard drop. And those are things that people get real annoyed about. It also has like a kind of a different way of prioritizing the scores. It prioritizes like the cascades rather than Tetrises, which a lot of people don't like. I'm messing this up so badly. I was there and I messed it up. This is awful. This is like the worst game Tetris I've ever played in my life. The pressure of being on stream. There's no one here. There's no one here. How is there pressure? I'm just talking to myself and still I'm stressed out about it somehow.
Congratulations!
I'm very patronizing. Very aware that my feet are actually in view. Just hide them. I just focus and don't talk and leave it. I guess most people are doing that, actively multitasking. I also think that I'm a bit skewed because I was playing a really fast version of Tetris earlier. So I think this is like super slow, but this is actually pretty normal this one. I mean, its relationship to the actual time it's taking is not so normal. That's kind of just making a bit rubbish. Hello! Oh my goodness, we have a message in the chat. It's like my first ever chat message on Twitch. What an honour for you. Not a pun on my own name. This seems fast. Can you let me know if the audio is okay? Like, you can hear me talking and like you can hear the music and you can hear the pieces doing the stuff. Yeah, cool. Thank you for clarifying that was not a pun. I'm really messing this up so badly because I'm just so distracted that I'm chatting, but it's nice. There is a high-pitched squeal. I think that is the TV. So I am playing this on an actual CRT TV itself. So that might be the cause. Yeah. I mean, I need to get some headphones basically that will go with the TV. So right now there's no headphones in the TV itself. It's just out and loud, and I was not even looking while I was doing all of that Tetrising. Hopefully you can just get used to it, and if not, maybe it'll like annoy your dog or something, if you have a dog. Do you have a dog? I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by how long it's taken me to get past level 6. I cannot do that anymore. Maybe I need to like, I'm worried if I put my display to sleep it'll like cancel everything, but I'm just a little bit distracted looking at it. I'll just turn it. Yay, the cat's unbothered. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back to the level 10 that I was trying to do. I'm trying to beat level 10. I have to do this 3 times in less than 5 minutes. It's more stressful when you're trying to remember how to talk at the same time. I honestly kind of didn't anticipate how hard it is to talk and do stuff, because people do this all the time. But I guess when they do the main Tetris competitions, they don't really chat, they just kind of do. They kind of sit there and stony-faced, just do it. I love that there's live streaming Tetris communities online in so many different disciplines. Also, this is so fast now compared to that level 6, which is great. That's a bit weird. But the thing about this version of Tetris is that you prioritize things really differently. Like, you have to prioritize how it's gonna fall, because it's all affected by gravity. I have been called so many names in Tetris Discord servers because I love this version of the game, because they think it's like not real and it's like not legitimate, it doesn't conform to the... Yeah, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about the Tetris guidelines, but there's a set of guidelines that all Tetris games, like modern Tetris games, so kind of ones that kind of like 2005 have to ascribe to in order to be counted as legitimate. And this one only meets some of them because it's from 1999. So like there's people play the NES Tetris, which I also have, but I'm awful at it because it's like more close to just it's just regular Tetris. And I lost my train of thought because I got distracted by being bad at Tetris. Yeah, there's just a lot of drama around, like, some people are very elitist about which versions of Tetris they will accept as legitimate, and just will not hear, I don't have enough time left to win. It's very exclusive, Have you heard of the Classic Tetris World Championships? Because that's kind of how I got into, like, the streaming aspect. I have been playing this game pretty much since I was born. Well, it came out, like, a couple years after I was born, but, like, I've been playing it my whole childhood as far as I can remember. Like, my mum also is very, very good at this version of the game. There's a competitive 2-player version, and kind of one of my goals is to be able to play a competitive game with my mum. Because like I've as an adult, we've never really been in the same room with this version of Tetris in a while. I kind of inherited it because no one was really using it because it's a really old console. It's on the PlayStation 1. And she's really good, but we've just never really played against each other. And I think that's so sad because from what I've heard, she's very good. I told her I got to level 9. This was before I got to level 10, obviously. And she was like, oh, I'm sure I've been higher than that. I was just talking about my mom, because she's very good at Tetris. See, this is the thing, like, if I look away, I start Tetrising on autopilot, and I don't know... That's kind of, it is a thing, and you can just kind of just casually, like, you won't die, but you also won't make any progress because you're not kind of thinking about your strategy hard enough. There's quite a lot of strategy involved in this version of Tetris, just because you have to make sure that, so the colours stick together with the same colour, and obviously they also fall based on gravity, so it's just a little bit more thinky than a lot of versions of Tetris, which is maybe it's not the best game to stream, because all my thinking is going on the talking, and I don't have enough time left. I don't have enough time left to win. I have been doing this on my own for weeks, just sitting here, just going, oh, and I don't have enough time left. I think once I did complete this version, this level, in less than a minute, which was pretty cool. But I need to do 3 times in 5 minutes. I've been... Sometimes I sit here and I try and work out like how long that means each round has to be, and for some reason it just will. I can't work it out. So 5 minutes divided by 3, which is really basic, but it just feels like it's not gonna work. See, I thought that was gonna fall, but I didn't account for the fact that it would stick to the yellow one next to it.
Congratulations.
Now I have to do that 2 more times before the timer runs out, and I've got 1 minute 37 left, and that's just not going to happen. You zone out for even half a second and your block's in the wrong place, and now you've got to fix that, and you have to focus on fixing that rather than winning. I love when they do the cascades. The soundtrack is amazing. I love the soundtrack to this game so much. It has so many amazing tunes on it, and it's a shame that this is like one of the least known versions of Tetris. Because it just means that no one hears this amazing soundtrack. There's like, so I think I was saying earlier, there's like a couple of retro Tetris versions that are kind of accepted by the mainstream Tetris community. One of those being Tetris, classic Tetris, which is NES Tetris. I think potentially one of the very original versions of the game. I think it started in arcade. I should probably brush up on my Tetris history before I tell people about it. See, and then I'm gonna run out of time. Because I wasted too much time trying to survive rather than actively breaking bricks. I'm really glad that this all works. I had to buy so many cables. I had to buy so many cables to make this work. It's going from the PlayStation into one of those old like composite cables with the red, yellow and white. And then that has a splitter, one of which goes into the TV, one of which goes into composite to HDMI converter, which has to be plugged into power. It has to be powered to work. And then that goes into a little capture card, which goes into the USB, which goes into USB-C because I just got a new computer. It doesn't have any regular USB slots, it just has USB-C. So I had to buy a whole nest of things, and I guess I just didn't think I would maybe need like headphones and a microphone. I just thought I would figure it out, and it's kind of working. Try again, I guess. Let's focus this time. I probably shouldn't talk. I probably should look at the chat while I'm texting. I should probably just save it to between rounds. But it's very, it's right there. I can see it's right in my highlight. I can minimize it, I guess. Maybe it will. Now I have to look at my phone. Okay, you've minimized, and I will look at it in between and just focus. This up. It's just so easy for it to get out of hand. You think, oh, I'll just get that in the next one. I'll just get that when that falls. And then you've got a whole chain that's just waiting for little bricks to fall. And that's just not how it works. Well, it is how it works, it's just too slow. But that's the main mechanic. And now I don't really have enough time left to win. That's the thing, like, if it gets to under 3 minutes, it's almost not worth it. And sometimes I just don't, because I just don't want to go through the pain of getting really close. I've gotten within like maybe 30 seconds, I think, of winning. And, well, winning, moving up to level 11. That's the thing, it's just more afterwards. This song is kind of great. It's a bit much, but it's pretty good. Oh, yeah. What is Cash Cow on Webkin's World? Oh. Yeah, what's that? I don't know what that is. Cash Cow. Both my feet are in the stream now. I don't want to be, you know, screen recorded and put on some kind of website I don't want to be on. Bad game. Okay. So the way that the gravity works is basically if it can fall, it will, but if it's the same color, it will stick to the block next to it. So if you put like a red one next to a red one and otherwise it would have fallen, it will stick to the same color one. And it has like an order of operations it goes through. So if it can make a line, it will, and then it will drop down. Or if it can stick, it will, and then whatever's remaining will drop down. And sometimes when you make lines, it causes something else to kind of like loosen up somewhere else and drop down and create like a really cool cascade, which is honestly my favorite. But that's why so many people hate it, because it's like totally not standard Tetris. Well, it is, you know, this kind of mechanic was retained in a couple of games. I think in Tetris Worlds 3 and 4, in 3 they have Cascade, where they fall, but they don't like have the different segments of different colors and they're not sticky. And then they also have a sticky one, which is like this, but without the gravity. But as far as I know, this is the only place where they were combined. And Tetris Worlds 3 and 4 are accepted as legitimate Tetris games, but they still aren't, you know, they're not guideline. And I think they have a lot of different versions of Tetris within them, whereas this is basically just this, or you can play like straight up Tetris and that's it. One of the worst things is sometimes they don't come out in like the order that, in the orientation that it looks like they will on the top. So you get all ready to rotate it one way and then it's like, hey, psych. I'm actually a very different kind of block and you're like, oh, goodness. Okay, well, I don't want to speak too soon, but that was alright. Not realising I'd actually started another game. Oh god. Come on. See, this is I thought one good thing about myself and suddenly it was just like, ha, humbled. Yeah, the gameplay doesn't look at all like what you might expect Tetris gameplay to look like, which I think is something people also take offense to. We're playing with fire here. I don't think I'm gonna lose, but I don't think I'm gonna win. I'm just gonna kind of stalemate myself out by resetting it for the round time. Like, obviously I can, you know, I can just keep playing if I want to, and when I reset, it restarts the soundtrack, so sometimes if there's a really good song playing, I will just keep going. basically just thought like I can play this game for like hours on my own, so why don't I just get online and play online anyway, and then at least I have the facility to do it if I want to, you know? Because like Classic Tetris has a whole bunch of tournaments and stuff. Mostly they're for people who use NTSC consoles, and there's a whole reason why that is, and it's because the frame rate on PAL is faster, and the way that the Tetris clock works in NES Tetris is that it goes off like frames, so people who play PAL can't get as high scores as people who play NTSC because it's faster. Which is, honestly, I didn't even know that things could be this complicated. It's just a little block breaking game. How is it possibly so complicated? But somehow it is. I should have done that differently, but that's fine. Oh, and see, and then like, I'm having a nice time thinking I'm going well, and I look at the clock and it's like, haha, no. No, you're not. You're doing awful. Thanks. This is what it took me so long to do level 9. It took me like 2 weeks pretty much of just playing it solidly.
Congratulations!
Oh, another person's here. Hello. They're trying to keep the soundtrack secret. I feel like that might be it, because this soundtrack is so good. Yeah, I mean, if you have any more questions about like weird niche Tetris things, I can probably answer them. I took 3 minutes to do that. I can't do that. I have to do this 3 times in 5 minutes. And it's just so hard. And honestly, like, I'm kind of just baiting someone really great to come out of the woodwork and play this game. Because then I will have competition and also be truly humbled. Because at the moment I'm technically a world record holder, which is not good for the ego. And also because it is technically, I do feel like I always have to like qualify it with that if I ever say it to anyone. I'm like, yeah, it's only like a technicality because no one else cares about this enough to actually play it. Because I do not think for 1 second that if this game was as popular as Classic Tetris, NES Tetris, or like Tetris 99, or any of those kind of versions, I do not think for a second I would have that world record. Because there's so many amazing players, there's so many people who are so good at Tetris. It's honestly kind of scary. I think it works for me to not try and read the chat while I'm playing. I think that's kind of a stupid move to read the chat while I'm trying to play. That was nice, but it's not enough, you know? It's not enough. Oh, hello! Oh my goodness, you came from Discord already? I didn't even post it there, that's cool. Yeah. How do you feel about this version of Tetris? Because a lot of people in those Discord servers have things to say. Because obviously, you know, the server that you're talking about is about Classic Tetris, and I appreciate that is a specific form. But, you know, so many other types have their little fan bases and people who are very dedicated. And this is just my absolute favorite. This is also actually my first time streaming on Twitch. I don't know if you knew that. So, that's pretty fun. zoned out. One zone out is all it takes to just... It's hard to zone into this game. I think that's something that people probably find challenging. Because I know a lot of people really love just like kind of losing themselves in the Tetris sauce. And that's not really possible with this version because you have to think about it quite a lot. And if you do go into that kind of mode, it's not good for your performance. It just causes you to make silly mistakes. But they're usually recoverable. That's a pretty big tower of squares. Also, I can't stand when people call them O pieces. I think it's ugly as hell. That's like a controversial statement, but I just think it's really ugly.
Congratulations!
CTP. I know what CTP is. I mean, I didn't like go out and try and find this. Like, this is handed down from my family and my childhood. So I didn't go and buy a PlayStation new. I just grew up playing this version of Tetris and bought a lot of cables on Amazon to connect it all together. Yeah, so it has gravity, which is, I think that was brought back in Tetris Worlds 3 and 4. There is Cascade mode, I think, in 3, and then there is Sticky Tetris in 4. But this is both together. So that's kind of a new... Well, it's not new, obviously, it's from 1999. But that's what makes it different, and that's what makes it not regulation. And lots of people don't like it. I feel like the soundtrack alone is honestly worth it. Like, any investment you want to make into yourself is all the better for listening to the soundtrack. Honestly just endlessly more complicated because you just have to think about how they stick together all the time. And I really like that. I think it's so fun when you finally figure out kind of a method, or those little squares with the bits cut out. It took me so long to figure out how to use them properly, and sometimes they are so useful, and sometimes they do absolutely nothing to help you like them, but you know, win some, lose some. You have to think weirdly vertically for Tetris. I find that can put people off as well. Because I messed up by putting that square over that hole, but you wouldn't know it.
Congratulations!
But this is kind of like, this is one of the, I don't know if you're talking about this song, I hope you are talking about this song. It's like one of the most classic Tetris moments, really. I think there's a requirement in the guidelines that Tetris games that get made now have to include specific songs, which I think is pretty fun. I know they're making a new Tetris game because there was a call for submissions for new music that I heard about. So that means there's a new Tetris game coming, which is exciting to me. But it may be on a console that I cannot access because I don't have any new gen consoles. See, I'm doing so well this round, and it's just so unfair because I just ran out of time completely because of how I messed up the first one. It's very brutal. It's very brutal. And yeah, I'm just grinding until I can. I've played for 45 minutes. This is honestly hilarious. I lose entire days like this sometimes. Like I'm supposed to be working and I'm like, oh, I'll just play Tetris on my lunch break, and then I just forget what time it is. And then I'm like, oh no. See, the thing that you really want to avoid is just, like all Tetris games, gaps are bad, but sometimes they're good. If they're going to lead to a really cool cascade later on, they can be very useful, but most of the time they just suck. Ooh, I'm getting beaten up with these pieces right now. These are not fun. Oh no, and then see that's stuck there, which caused a further problem because I didn't know it would stick. 3! Because I zoned out for a second. Oh no, I'm gonna make a regular Tetris. I really like the snooker noise it does. It's like, bam, you did it. Oh, cool. But now, see, I've wasted too much time. Just chatting rubbish. And placing pieces in wrong places. I do spend a lot of time like clearing up messes I make for myself. I feel like it's part of my playstyle. I just go really chaos and hope it works out. And sometimes it does. Sometimes it really, really does. Especially in this mode of Tetris, it just creates these giant cascades that are honestly beautiful. I'm always very proud of them. But it just comes out of this chaos. Is there an official Tetris league that decides who and who isn't a bad Tetris? I mean, so there's leagues for like different versions of Tetris. So not really leagues as such, but classic Tetris has yearly competitions and monthly competitions and like daily competitions. There's competitions all the time for classic Tetris, which is NES Tetris. And then some different versions have it built in. So there's like online scoreboards and online competition, like maybe Tetris 99, that's all built in. But yeah, so the guidelines are the closest thing that exists to telling you which games are or aren't. Like, you know, a lot of people really only like the games that follow those guidelines because they're just consistent. But I think that's a little bit boring. No offense, anyone who really loves the guidelines. I just think it's dull to have it be such a restrictive view. Because there's so many cool versions. Like this. See, if I was smart, I would have used that down that side. Because we really want them to fall down holes. Like that. Almost got that stuck somewhere. old TV noise is kind of settled in my brain, because it's settled in mine. This monitor's pretty fun actually. It actually used to be installed in the BBC, and it has the really old like 90s BBC logo burned into it. I think it was in one of their rooms that they used to look at stuff.
3.
It's a very pretty TV actually. I have a really ugly one that I used before. There, stole this one off Jen. That's Twitch user Jen for any new viewers. See, I've done this way too slow. Let's click on the chat. Right! The soundtrack always overpowers the, you know, any and all bad vibes get overpowered with the soundtrack. I think it's just, honestly, best Tetris soundtrack I've ever heard. I also quite like the voices. Do you like the voices? I think they're quite nice. When you do it really fast, sometimes they're like impressive. Nice time. Thank you. Oh, these S and Z's. I hate them. I hate them so much. And I just got a whole bunch of them, and I feel like, honestly, that's just ruined this run.
3.
Have we heard this song before? I don't know. Some of them are really similar, and I can never usually just tell them apart. There's 10 tracks, and I can control that with the bumper buttons. So the ones you would use on most consoles to hold Tetris pieces. They have given you for the soundtrack on this version, because hold is not a thing. So you're very much at the mercy of the randomers. And I'm pretty sure it is random, because I know some of them are like pseudo-random, like they're random but in a way that's not going to absolutely mess you up by not giving you a certain piece for ages, or like they're giving you loads of the same piece, but I'm pretty sure this one is completely random. Just because sometimes you can get like 5 squares in a row, and it's like, thanks, stop. Please stop. See, I messed that up for myself. I placed that one in the corner wrong. Now I have to do this. That's not really thinking.
3.
Took too long. Took too long. Yeah, I mean, I would do that if I knew how to degauss this, but I don't. Sometimes they have it. I think it's like built into it. But I missed the one with the button where you can just press it and it like zaps it, and it's like. Doom. I think that's quite cool. I ran out of time again, as always. Just keep running out of time. I too love cascades. Why would you think this? Rude. Oh no, I wanted it to drop down. Oh well. I'm just gonna say, I don't think I'm gonna get to level 11 today. And that's really sad, but I think it's something I just have to accept. Maybe it'll never happen. Maybe you'll come back in like 2 years' time and I'll still be here trying to get to level 11. I'll do it one day. maybe level 10 is just the peak of my abilities. We can try and do a marathon, but if I get distracted it's even more embarrassing because it's like cumulative. But with a marathon you can just keep going, like, take as long as you need. Which can be pretty fun. But it doesn't, like, incentivize you to do it. Whereas this is all about just scaring you into doing it fast. That's what I mean about it definitely being random. Yes, level 11 definitely does exist. I've been there in marathon mode. Yeah, I love the voices, but sometimes it does feel a little bit patronising, especially when they say congratulations for the 46th fastest time you've ever completed that level. That's what the little shield means at the end, by the way. That's like compared to all my save times, how good I've done. My best time at this level, I think, is just under a minute, which is actually extremely fast. And if I could do that 3 times in a row, I would have one by now. See, this is the problem, because I really want to put these guys next to that, but if I do, they'll stick together and cause me further issues. There's also a mode where I can put on where the blocks will just wobble around, which is pretty crazy. It hurts my eyes, so that's why it's not on now, but I can definitely show you it if you're interested. And if you make a big enough block of the same colour, it explodes, because why not add another mechanic to this already interestingly overloaded game. I always forget about it. I've never once used it strategically because it relies almost completely on you getting the same colour blocks close enough together to make it worth taking up that much of your screen with. But maybe one day it'll just happen. You'll be like, oh my god, I forgot they could explode. Yeah, I know. It's always fun to play 2-player with people and then they accidentally make it explode and they're like, what happened? Oh, awful. This is just, you've just signed up to hear me berate myself for my bad Tetris playing. What's going on? It's not even bad, it's just not good enough to really see. Just get a little cascade in before time runs out. Oh, you want the wobbly block mode? We can do wobbly block mode. It's just like a visual effect, and I don't know how it will translate on the screen capture, because obviously it's a little bit, like, it's not full frame rate, I don't think. Block wobble. On. Yeah, the menu music is incredible. The menu music is the best menu music I think I've ever heard on anything ever. And you know, you can find me something and argue with me if you want, but let's try a marathon. We get as much time as we want. I just have to not go out the top, which should be doable. Last time I got to level 15 and it was very scary. So let's see what happens this time. Level 2. Tasty and slow. Look how wobbly they are. Oh, look at them go. Oh, it's so distracting. Oh yeah,
Congratulations.
How's it looking on the? Let me just. I'll turn up my brightness.
Quick
Also,
time.
like, I don't know if I can zoom in or not to see how that's looking on there. Yeah, they just wobble a little bit, and it's not really enough to kind of do anything functional. But so it does serve as an indicator for when they're gonna explode from being too big.
Impressive.
Oh, that's my favorite voice. Impressive.
That was fast.
That was fast. Oh, that's the fastest I've ever done it. Hey, high five for the fastest I've ever done that level. Now I'm just playing in wobbly brickland. Not necessarily my favourite place to be. I used to insist that I had this on, and I think it was just like for authenticity, and then I was playing with some people who absolutely could not handle it being on in 2-player mode.
Good one.
And then since then I've had it off.
Quick time.
I think I noticed that I was playing slightly better when I could work out what was going on at the bottom of the screen. Last time I tried to do a marathon on this stream, I messed up horribly on level 6, which was really embarrassing. So let's not try not to do that again. Oh god, that's so wobbly. I can't really tell what it looks like to you, but I think it looks pretty faithful to what's actually going on the screen. I'm sat quite a long way away from my computer, if you couldn't tell by the fact that you can see my whole body. Simply because I cannot sit any closer to a CRT, and they have to be very close together because of the little capture card. It's all wired up very complexly. Oh, this is horrible. It's going very badly. Like, oh, I don't want to mess up on level 6. Let's mess up on level 5 instead, shall we? Yeah, I think the frame rate is just like slightly lower, or it is on the version that I can see in my little preview. But maybe that's just because it's delayed. I'm just finding it a little bit weird to look at. Because obviously I've got start. It means we're back around to track 1. That's the so actually up until that point we had not had any repeats. So if you thought you had the same track more than once, you were wrong. And actually, I mean, you didn't join right at the start, so this still probably won't be a repeat for you, but it is for me. And I've been streaming for 1 hour and 7 minutes. What a fun start. I mean, I'm gonna say that worked out better than I thought it would. Oh god, that yellow is so wobbly. Stop wobbling. It feels like, you know when people put on like glasses to give you like, this is what it looks like if you have cataracts. This is what it looks like if the whole world was upside down. Like, and then you try and make them drive somewhere. That's how it feels right now. Like I've just got little wobbly glasses on. Oh yeah, you go in there.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Quick time.
Yeah, 4th fastest. That's actually quite impressive. And that's not out of me, that's out of everyone who's played on this memory card, so that includes Jam. So, I'm just saying. I think they have the record for the biggest cascade, and all the other records are me, because I play it way more. It's no reflection on their Tetrising ability. They said they would come on and do like a competitive stream with me. So you've got to hold them to that because I really want to do that. I think it would be so fun. Not just because I love this game and I want to play this game like constantly, but I think it would just be fun to have, you know, like the dynamic, a little 2-player action in the world, in the stream. Thank you for being a very dedicated viewer, by the way. Wait, why did you say get fucked? Wait, what's going on? Be kind in the chat. There's no one else here. I looked at the chat and now come on, I can do this. Yes!
Congratulations.
Oh, it was about everyone else. Okay. The 2-player is like competitive, and it's handicapped, which is pretty cool. So I would be playing on a level 10 board, and Jen would be playing on what I think is a level 4 board. But we have to just beat each other, and so you play a few rounds, and then depending on like out of 3 who wins, it either puts you up a level or puts the other person down a level. So you're kind of like in the end you end up evenly matched. So it makes for actually really, really good competitive Tetris. And most versions of Tetris do not do anything to that kind of ability. Like Tetris 99, for example, if you're not very good, you will just lose straight away. There is no making it easier, there's no making it more accessible. So I don't know, just another reason that this is my favourite version of the game. And it's not, it's not all nostalgia. I also think the graphics are incredible. Like, look at this green. Oh, tasty. Like, it just looks like maybe like a 90s like what was that like kids PDA they came out with? I saw like a technology Technology Connections video about it maybe, and it was like funky shapes and like translucent and everything. It just looks like, you know, came out in 1999. It looks like it came out in 1999, but I think that's not a bad thing when it comes to the game design. Oh no! I looked away for a minute and I completely messed up. Now I have to fix that. That's horrible. Ah! I thought it was in and it was not in. Man, if I could have blown up those greys, I would have been very happy. Horrible, 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 horrible. Oh no. Oh, what if I top out on level 8? That's so embarrassing. It's not gonna happen. No thank you. Not today. Oh. I can't be bad at this game. It's like my thing. It's like if someone was like, hey, I have the world record in, I don't know, long jumping, and then they couldn't even, like, they literally just, like, did a little hop. And everyone was like, what was that about? And they were just like, I don't know, just, you know, the random number generation just really got me. The random number generation in my legs today was off. Sorry. Like, I thought you had the world record. It's like, only by default. No one else jumps. Saved it, but I'm not going to be smug about it, because if I'm smug about it, it's just going to come ruin me again. Just have to beat this level. Shouldn't be too hard. Oh no, I messed it up. No! Oh my gosh. Is it like unnerving that I'm looking like underneath the screen? Is it okay? I mean, I guess you expect me to not be looking at the screen because I'm playing a game, but like, is it weird that it's specifically under the screen? I don't really know how to do these kinds of setups, so I'm just vibing with it right now. I love setting up cascades, but they're not very helpful, because you have to try and set them up like so they'll be productive. Do you know what I mean by be productive? Like you have to be breaking garbage. You gotta be breaking that little garbage all the time, otherwise it's just not worth doing anything. There is a mode where there is no garbage, and it just lets you score however high as you want, and that's actually the version that I have the technical world record in, because I'm the only person who's ever bothered to document a score. I've been in this level for so long now, I really want to look at the chat, but I know it would send me on another wild goose chase as it did. Ew, ew. Ugly, horrible, bad vibes. I say? What did I say? The second I got happy about anything, it just gave me these. Oh, I've been on this all for so long, like an embarrassingly long length of time.
3,
Come on.
3,
No, no celebrations. No celebration allowed, because it'll just send you right back where you came from. Used to the wobbling now. I don't know how we're feeling about the wobbling in the room, but I'm almost used to it. Almost. God. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh no! Oh, I thought that was gonna do it. I misjudged. We're still in level 8. Oh no. Oh no. Please. Come on. We can do this. If we work together.
alright.
Yay! Okay, what are you saying? You don't know what's under the screen. Well, what's under the screen is the TV. So the screen where my webcam is, that has my computer that is doing all the magic, sending it to the internet. And then underneath that, I have like a TV on a TV stand with the console and some plants. So that's what's going on down there. I do need to sort out a way of streaming that does not show my feet. I don't know if I'm being ridiculous by thinking I should not have my feet on the internet for free, but everyone says it, so it must be based in some kind of truth. Socks. I don't wear socks in the house. I put socks on to leave the house, and I take them off the second I get home. They're stifling. Oh, it's hard? Why is it hard? Is it just too dense? The market's too dense. Too full of stuff. Nobody's looked at my tweet. No one's looked at my tweet. No one cares. It's all good. It's all good. No one cares. Yeah, an oversaturation market. Fine. Fair enough. Fair enough. Does it... What's the negative to putting mustard on your feet? You just wash it, you just have had mustard on your feet. Okay, I can imagine the hashtags are pretty bad. I just hear horror stories of people like, you know, just having their stream taken over by people who are like unwillingly fetishizing them, and it's just a bit stressful. Yeah, fine, fair enough. That was the 40th fastest I've ever done that. What a speed. 7 minutes 23. Embarrassing. Let's go to level 9. Level 9 is where I was at before I moved the TV into my room, which was about a month ago. And I was finding it very hard to beat. But I also wasn't spending very much time on it because it was just in the wrong place in the house, really. It wasn't somewhere that I spent a lot of time. Oh no, you're leaving! Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming. And I'm just going to sit here and broadcast to nobody. For however long. I don't know how long I'm going to do this for. Maybe till like 7:30 or something. Thank you. I hope you can join again at some point soon, because I imagine I will do this again. And have fun doing whatever you're doing. still here, bye. Honestly, I'm a little bit tired. I've done over an hour. That's a long stream. There's no one here. It's just you and me. Well, actually, it's just me. And the internet in abstract. So I don't know. I want to take a break. But if I take a break and I'm just like chilling on my bed, that's embarrassing. You're on webcam. You're right there. You can see me. I guess I can just like hide myself. Yeah, I'm gone. gonna give it a good go at being level 10 and just see what happens. Probably nothing fascinating, but we'll see. I gotta do it 3 times in under 5 minutes, so I try and get the first one in before 3:30 remaining, which is actually pretty hard. I think it would be easy-ish. And I guess on the early levels it is, but on level 10 it's just a little bit spicy. And the thing is, like, if I get it once, there's, you know, absolutely no guarantee that I'm going to get it again in the same set of 3, which is kind of what I'm working on. Trying to get it a little bit more guaranteed. Like, you know, I'm just getting to a good place, and I've only got 3 minutes 21 remaining. I'll keep going right now because I can. But I'm gonna have to be really fast later. That's the hard bit, you know. I always want to make it as easy for myself as possible.
All right.
Okay, So now I have 229 to do that 2 more times. And I did that once in 230, so I can't even do it one more time. That's what it comes down to. So careful because they stick together. And sometimes you line up pretty good bricks and then you accidentally burn them. Oh no, I thought that was when you were in. Use that to fill that gap. Wow! And an overhang. That's not what we want.
That was fast.
That was fast. Thank you. Okay, well, one more of those and we're done. But save. Give it a little savey save. I am using an original PlayStation 1 from the 90s, just sitting on my desk. Well, TV stand. And I'm playing on a CRT TV by JVC that used to sit in the BBC. And I just have my brand new iMac. Not to brag. Very happy with it. It's serving me very well so far. And hopefully it will continue to serve me well for the next at least decade. Because it was expensive enough. See, this is what I mean, like, you want your lines to be productive. And what that means is not wasting time on things that don't actually break garbage. Because the second you build above that line, it's just wasting your time. It's very hard to not accidentally do quite a lot of that. many rows of garbage and all that time. It's almost not worth it, you know? Game with a hold and the other type of piece generation. Is it called 7-bag? I don't know. This game with that. Was nice, but again, I'm out of time. See, I would play this if I was DJing. Like, I would bust this out. 100%. Kind of wish it had lyrics. I would do it at karaoke.
Congratulations!
I feel dirty. It's awful. Let's see if we can go to 2 hours. Imagine, I don't know, we can do 2 hours. I think that'd be really cool. I think Twitch likes it if you do 2 hours, right? Hey, good stuff. We'll recommend you. We'll recommend you to people. You're dedicated.
Quick time.
Just so crazy. How cool must it be to have like voiced a Tetris game or something? Maybe she's dead. Maybe she's not even alive anymore. Like that's such a possibility. I don't know why I jumped like maybe she's dead. But like, you know, like this is a cool thing to have done. And like, imagine if like, you know, there was that lady whose late husband had like voiced that tube station. And then she would just go there to hear his voice, which is so sweet, but at the same time, my heart is breaking. But like, imagine if like your version of that was like your late partner or whoever had voiced a Tetris game. you just had to break them blocks. Whatever you wanted to hear. Twitch is telling me there's someone here, but I don't think there's anyone here. I think I just said that all to myself. In which case, I don't know. Am I gonna get sectioned? Imagine if someone's just here lurking in case it's cancelable, just ready to cancel me. They're like, I'll click it and I'll send it to you. Just like knowing how intense I am about this game, but also just to see how aggressively average I am at it sometimes. Like I have my moments, sure, but a lot of the time it's very regular Joe kind of gameplay. I do sometimes come into my own when I'm playing competitively because it just really, ooh, I get riled up. I love I don't have a regular Switch, I only have a Switch Lite, otherwise I would probably bust out the 99. Tetris 99. No other kinds of 99. Ice cream. What do you think? 10 more minutes, and then we'll hit the 2-hour mark. Just gonna lock me for a sec. 5 check. People must also get like grossed out by their own face, right? Their own humanity. I Every time I have to go to the office, I feel like a disgusting slime creature from some kind of lagoon. Just very aware that like the expectation is that I am a perfect being that does not need to poo. You know? That's not a real expectation, but it's just kind of like, I feel like it's kind of ingrained into me because at my school they're very into like professionalism and stuff. It's not professional. Oh good, I'm just muttering about professionalism while losing at Tetris. Great stuff. Very on brand. My brand is that I'm actually bad at this game, even though I tell everyone I'm very good at this game. I can be good at this game. I have the capacity to be good at this game, but sometimes I'm just not paying attention. And I think that's very funny. Like, it's too late, I can't win now. Restart. Bye. Like one line, and there's no time left. No. Sometimes I misdrop things and it makes me annoyed and I just quit. Don't even want to know. Maybe that could have been the one. That could have been, you know, destiny. And I just threw it all away because I got annoyed. I think that's allowed. You're allowed to get annoyed at stuff. 2021, we're allowed to be annoyed at stuff. I wrote so much stuff. Oh god, I have to go there. You know, specifically in Tetris, I think you're allowed to be annoyed. I've locked my phone that I was using to look at the chat with. Now I don't know if there's anyone here. Earlier it said there was one person that was just kind of chilling, and they'd never said anything. I don't think. And still no one's saying anything. I can see no one said anything. But I should not be. I should be focusing on the Tetris. Focus on the game at hand. The second I think anything good about myself, the hubris just immediately takes me out. When I'm self-deprecating, it's like, oh, congrats, you can. It's quite funny. So wobbly. Too slow. It says there's still one person here. You just lurking. Creepy lurker. No offense, but like, it's just one of you. You gotta make at least a little bit of an effort. Say hi. Goodness sake. Maybe you're not logged in. Sorry if you're someone I care about deeply and you're just not logged in. Still think it's weird. Don't like it when people lurk. Maybe someone's like me for dinner or something and they're just like feeling very assaulted by their TV. I'm sorry. You're the only person here though, other than me. I guess it's just more at your choice to judge my mind. Oh god.
Well done. Quick time.
Really? It's just in the top 10. Top 10. Top 10 quickest times. I've done 1 hour 57 of streaming, so I'll get to the end of this, whatever. I'll just go until I die. Go until I die. But not in real life in the game. Because if I went until I died in real life, hopefully I would be here at least 50 more years. I hope. I did have McDonald's for dinner, so maybe it would be a little quicker than that. We joke, but I'm sure when it comes to it, I'll be very annoyed at myself if it is like, you've got McDonald's disease. Pretty much everyone in the 21st century got McDonald's disease, sorry. Yeah, the only people left are the vegans. Oh.
done.
Okay. It's not doable. I have to be very good. I have to be very good. I have to get the 9th fastest time, I think. But it's not the first fastest time, just in the top 10. So let's see. Imagine. Oh God, no, I can't. I can't talk it up because I will ruin things. So just hit the 2 hour mark. This is my last go, and I feel like it's going to be a crushing loss, but it could be extremely triumphant. So let's, expect crushing loss. Let's go. It's the line, please. Oh God, I just realised if I do it, I'll have to clip it and be like, yeah, this is the shit that's coming out of my mouth.
Rank up.
No way!
That was fast.
I can't believe that just happened. Oh my God. The adrenaline that's coursing through my body right now is incredible. And no one was even here to see it. There's one lurky lurker. And that was it. Just me in the stream. We did it. We did level 10. Save this data. Oh my God. I'm kind of embarrassed. Wow. Cool, well, I think that about wraps it up for today. Capture this screen. Oh wait, it's that way. Take a little screenshot. We did it. We're going up. We're going up to level 11. Oh my goodness, next time I play multiplayer mode, I'm gonna lose so badly. It's gonna be so embarrassing. I didn't even realize this was possible. Did I save it? I'm gonna save it again, just to make sure. Because if I have to do that again, I don't even know what I'll do. What I wanted to say, I was worried I would get picked up by some violent language detector algorithm and then banned. But thanks for coming, my 2 people that came to the stream. Well, and the 1 person who's still there apparently. Thanks. Bye. I'm on level 11. I'm on level 11 now. I did it.